contains spoilers.
Public notice. As the channel title indicates, these reviews give away all the meat and potatoes of the movie plots, highlights, and embarrassing naughty parts. Moreover, I will never review a movie I don't actually like, even if I'm trolling hard on it or shamelessly fawning over it, and wouldn't recommend anyone to see it at least once, even if it's just as a reminder to never watch it again. The majority of the films I will be reviewing will date between the 1920s to 1990, with very few exceptions beyond that date. Genres ranging from horror, sci-fi, peplum or swords and sandals, spaghetti westerns, Eurospy, Eurocrime, giallo, exploitation, kung fu, kaiju or Godzilla movies, German creamy, comedy, action, documentary, and any other genre or subgenre I forgot. Finally, these reviews are subject to updates and re-edits, either because I thought of better jokes, dialogue, or ran into YouTube copyright issues. But I digress. The Meateater, 1979. Get your hot dogs, finest pure pork wieners here. From the Active Home Video VHS, with apologies. I hesitated reviewing this thing, but I made myself sit through it to try and scrape up some redeemable value and dig out a few corn kernels from this celluloid turd. Surprisingly, I did find a few positives. A cool-looking rotting corpse on a noose, a hot daughter with a nice complexion, a half-chewed bloody rat, super sloppy splattery death climax, a half-burned villain who sorta looks like a mix between Riff Raff and Klaus Wortman, an albino skateboarder, a decent creepy soundtrack, and shot on film, which is an automatic plus for me, as opposed to SOV or shot on video. Ugh. And that's about it. As for the rest, the acting is really bad, the dad being the worst of the cast, speaking in a loud, nasally tone, like fingernails on a chalkboard.
And even if I fall flat on my face, at least I'll know I've tried. Can't you understand that? I've got to at least try.
Fumbles on his lines, even gets the lyrics wrong while singing the Oscar Mayer Wiener song.
Oh, I wish I were an Oscar Mayer weenie.
And he's the lead character. What the f***? Every single character is either complaining,
I've got a bleeding ulcer. I have to wear these orthopedic shoes. Is this all life has to offer?
moaning,
Oh, Christ, do I have to?
She ain't much language.
8:30, but I wanted to go with the guys.
8:30 or you don't go in.
groaning,
Well, ever since they took Donnie and Marie off the television, these children have had nothing they want to watch on a Friday night.
or just being plain disrespectful to each other.
What's wrong? You.
8:30.
I heard you the first time.
I don't know. Go ask your father.
What now?
The rest of the movie's not on.
That idiot! Why not?
I just don't.
Look, let's not get into this again. That's final.
Well, aren't you the cute little fellow in your nice little uniform? What's your name?
Ricky, and don't call me little fella.
But just because a kid was an idiot, what am I supposed to do?
Aren't you going to finish your food?
I lost my appetite.
I only wished everyone in this movie got, but I wasn't so lucky. The dialogue and the narrator of the nature film being played in a theater made me want to myself.
But law and order must prevail. The enforcers, a group of leopards, close in with the skill and efficiency any SWAT team could envy.
Everyone is either talking about beef byproducts or eating them. That is, everyone but the meat eater. Whether it's hot dogs,
Mom, I'm hungry.
Come back here and get yourself a hot dog.
All right.
beef sticks,
Hey, my Brian, do you mind? Had a weakness for these ever since I was a kid.
sausage,
Good sausage.
and the like.
Lovely daughter.
Jeannie, got her mother's looks and my brains, I always say.
How about her ma?
What?
Never mind.
Even some corporate name dropping and advertising, like Jimmy Dean.
Jimmy Dean.
Really? Isn't he a singer or a comedian or something?
McDonald's.
Until it got bigger even than McDonald's.
We have a little roast left over. If you like it well done, I burnt it a little.
No thanks, I had a Big Mac on the way down.
And Oscar Mayer.
Cause if I were an Oscar Mayer wiener, everyone would be in love with me.
Like watching an hour and 24-minute intermission ad that never ends.
You know, we only serve the finest pure pork wieners here. Mustard?
Not to mention the film audio has an odd gurgling effect. Lots of unintentional humor as a result. I imagine it may have played as a second or third feature at a limited number of drive-ins. Oddly enough, it made its way to VHS in Germany, Italy, and France, and seems to have some cult following and spawned a few fan pages. So with that said,
You have been warned.
Storyline. A shoe salesman, Mitford Webster, the Al Bundy that wasn't, unhappy with his mediocre life, decides to buy an abandoned movie theater. It's what he's always wanted.
But it's what I want. It's what I've always wanted.
And moves his family to the small community where the theater is located. The realtor, Mr. Knuckle, informs him that the former theater owner only showed
Pornography.
His wife Jan Webster wasn't too keen on the idea from the start. There was some security in being a shoe salesman.
At least it was a job, and it was a good job.
His two brats, Ricky Webster, the albino skateboarder,
Yeah.
and daughter Jeannie Webster, who looks a bit like the classic film actress Jean Harlow, are employed at the family business against their will. What they didn't know was the theater came with a special guest, a crazy old projectionist named Ben, the Meateater, who was half burned decades earlier from a theater fire caused by old flammable nitrate film. He now lives in the theater creeping around like a phantom, living off dead rats and stale popcorn, and spends his spare time killing the patrons and new employees and watching old movies starring his love obsession, Jean Harlow. Ah, the plot thickens. Ben has a stuttering twin brother, Noah, who lives in the crack house across the street from the theater.
I live across the street, and I saw the theater was open.
Who often tries to warn the family of the unwanted guest, but to no avail, until it's too late. Daughter Jeannie is kidnapped by the delusional old coot, who thinks she's Jean Harlow come back from the dead. His stuttering brother confronts him only to get pushed off the rafters to his splattery death below. Jeannie then purposely puts her hands in the slimy brain goop, then freaks out about it.
Get out of here!
Why, Jeannie? Why? Oh well, back to selling shoes. I was pretty good at it.
So, what are you going to do now, Webster?
I was a shoe salesman before this. Guess I'll go back to it again. I was pretty damn good at it, too.
How's your daughter?
Directed by prolific TV movie director David Burton Morris as Derek Savage. And it took 4 people to write this? Seriously? And all 4 seem to be writing a different movie. I can't say I hate this film, but I don't exactly love it either. It could have been spiced up a little, with a topless scene, a little bit more gore, or even a few more deaths, like the entire cast and crew. But it is what it is. Dead Rat. It's what's for dinner. I hate my life.
I'm tired, Jan. I'm just really sick and tired of it. I just can't take selling shoes anymore. Ain't life grand? What's happening?
The amazing Mr. Knuckle.
Those Frankfurters really look good, don't they?
Would you like one?
Well, I really shouldn't. Maybe just one.
Can I has a hot dog?
You know, we only serve the finest pure pork wieners here.
Pornography. Hey, baby. How'd you like to make love between the jujubes and the malted milk balls?
Midford.
Pornography.
Pornography.
Oh, Medford.
Baby Possum. It's what's for dinner. Dad hires a new projectionist whose only theater experience was watching movies. Nice going, Dad.
Good. Well, that means I can work for you. I'm not a member of the union.
But you do have experience.
Oh, I've spent a lot of time in movie theaters.
Projecting?
Mostly watching.
Can you do this job or not?
I can try.
No, they're not watching Willard, unfortunately. Death by high voltage. While Dad fumbles with the lights, he flips one on to a hidden room behind the screen, revealing a silhouette of a hanging corpse for all the theater patrons to see.
What's happening?
God. My God. My God.
The best character in the film, the uncouth Lieutenant Wombat, who's constantly chowing down on Slim Jims
That kid up there looks like burnt toast.
and shaves his mustache off halfway through the film. Huh?
You notice anything?
Why, should I?
The mustache. Wife made me shave it off last night. Said it tickled her. You know what I mean? In my line of work, you see one dead body, you see them all. You get used to it. It's like getting laid. You remember the first time you were abroad? After that, it's just a blur. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so. I didn't know you were a family man.
Got 9 of them. I was pumping one a year into her for a while. Then she kind of dried out. You know what I mean?
Wombat and Mulligan like to point a lot when they talk.
Mulligan! Get something to break that door down back here.
Okay, Lieutenant.
The corpse is accidentally decapitated while the cops were cutting it down.
Mulligan, grab that ladder and cut it down.
Me?
Not much meat left behind for friends. Easy, Mulligan. That's a human being.
Noah tries to warn Mom as best as a stuttering drunkard can. Spit it out!
My brother used to work here.
Mom finds burnt Ben's secret altar of Harlow. OG, original gamers.
Watch it. Watch it, I'm deadly, coach.
Albino skateboarders are go!
Bye, sweetie.
Bye.
He can skateboard on the lawn. Wow!
Genie, 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 come and dance with me. I'll teach you every dance from here and across the sea.
Virginia slim smoking delinquents gonna sneak into the nature movie. That's right, they bad.
Guys, what's happening? Just want to see if my parents are gone. Hey, listen, I'll sneak in through the back door. Just stay there till the movie starts and I'll open it up, okay?
Okay, yes,
All right.
Well, if Pat Boone says so, it must be true.
Can't get back to your post, so they're coming in pretty soon.
Yeah. Awesome, Mom. Pure pork winners are sure good.
And they're full of vitamins and minerals, too. But you be careful with that mustard you're getting in on your uniform.
I remember doing the time war!
Loan sharks and protection rackets flourish in this Machiavellian paradise.
Pornography.
I'm really glad I've got you.
Pornography.
What's happening?
My dream is over. I'm all dead inside. Looks like a double feature tonight. Thanks for sticking around this long. If you like jalopy cult films and crappy jokes, give me a follow and give the video a like, so I can eventually monetize my videos and make lots of money from advertisers who want to sell you a bunch of useless junk you don't need. But don't tell them I said that. If, like Raymond, you get all your life experience from watching movies, then head on over to my movie channel on BitChute called Moribund Theater, where you can see The Meateater and many other titles, adding new titles every month. I also have a movie channel on Odyssey, but it's still in development with not that many titles yet. Until next time.
Bye.
You know, we can just thank our lucky stars that we don't have to bus our kids. There's a lot can be said about living in a small town, you know.